So what I was seeing was a squirrel in mourning.
Yeah.
Or maybe, as the Jews say, he was sitting Shiva.
Yeah.
The Jewish squirrel was sitting Shiva on the
He was
highway.
sitting Shiva, yeah.
You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Barrett and Kane Holloway.
Welcome to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers, the podcast that helps you not take bullshit from fuckers. It's in the title.
Yeah. It's in the title, people.
It's in the title. What
Have
more do
you
you
been
need?
listening to the show lately? Have you been writing in? You haven't.
You haven't.
You haven't been writing in.
Mhm.
You haven't been asking us your questions. Look,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We don't have to even do questions.
We don't.
We could just talk about John Wick and be done with it.
And that's it. It's so good.
Well, I haven't seen 4, but I'm excited.
You have to go see 4. It's amazing. And then it makes me want to rewatch. How did they do this? Now, talk about a person who doesn't take bullshit from fuckers. It's John Wick, man.
Yeah, that is the premise of those movies.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't take bullshit from fuckers. I watched the pitch meeting on John Wick, on the first John Wick, and the screenwriter guy is like explaining what happens, and he's like, and then they find John's house, and the producer's like, how do you find John's house? And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, fair enough. And then he's like, then they take his car and they kill his dog. And the producer's guy's big smile slowly fades, and he's so angry, and then he just goes, a bunch of people better die for that.
And they do for 4 movies.
For 4 movies straight, he kills everybody. The 4th one is so funny. Like, there's a lot of like really good. I was watching somebody review it, and it's like Buster Keaton-esque gags. Where there's a lot of like, and then there's just like, there's so many great. The choreography for this one, for the fighting, is some of the best. Like, you don't know how they're gonna top it, but they do. They top it, and it's pretty good. It's really good, and it's a really cheesy. And they also like equate it to like, if Fast and the Furious was way better, that's like what happened with John Wick, where it just got more and more ridiculous, but it's still like the best stuff out there. So go see John Wick.
Go see it. Speaking of not taking bullshit from fuckers, so I put up a picture. I've been putting up pictures lately of what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Like if I'm doing shows or if I'm just around the house, and I have particularly good style. I'm going to put that up.
Yeah.
And so I put up a picture of the most recent picture I put up is me. I'm wearing a scarf, and I have on. It was the day we went and podcasted.
Oh yeah.
I'm wearing like that gas station jacket with the thing on the back and all that. And the guy says, and I put and my quote is my tattoo, which is just dress better. That's all I said. And this guy writes and says, planning on it, but maybe not in this elderly surfboard shaper attire.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that's the look I've been going for my whole life. My whole life, I've wanted to look like I surf.
Yeah.
And that it's a lifestyle. Elderly, I mean, I don't know what to do with elderly. Nothing I can do about that, really.
Yeah.
And I wrote him back and said, I couldn't have crafted a better compliment myself. Bravo. Surfboard shaper.
Surfboard shaper. I mean, well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
It was pretty funny.
Congratulations. I know you've been working really hard for that. And finally you got the recognition you
I
deserve,
got the recognition that I so deserve.
that you need and you deserve. Absolutely. You do strangely have good style. Also, if I don't know if you're going to listen to or watch the bonus episode, which is up on our Patreon right now, patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. But I pay you way more compliments on the one-on-one episode I did with Pat than I ever do in real life.
Oh well, that is kind. I will go see it because I do love to hear about myself.
Of course you do.
It's the worst. Can I tell you something? I've been working on my memoir, and I have to go back and watch my This Is Not Happening,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like I have it pulled up, and I have it made large so that I can't see any of the comments.
Oh yeah.
But I can't watch it. I can't get myself to watch it.
Yeah.
I need to because I want to remember what happened when I was in Australia, and that is a pretty good accounting of it. But
Yeah.
it's so weird. It's so weird. I just can't.
Why? And
I like the idea of me better than real me.
yeah. Which is weird because it's a really good set. I remember watching it. It's a really good This Is Not Happening set.
Thank you.
So
But the idea of Greg Barron is fine with me.
sure.
The reality is sort of like, nah, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I was like, yeah. I get that around places I go where people who may or may not know who I am, which is always strange to me when someone does. Like when I have like a listener comes to a show, or like I have a fan in some way, shape, or form outside of Washington State, and then I'm always like, oh man, that's cool. But then I'm always reminded that was like 2 people in the crowd. There's like 300 people here. But for that one brief second, my ego goes, look, there's 2 people here to see me specifically. Aren't I great? Aren't I one of the best to ever do the comedy game?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
You've been watching Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
And The Bachelor.
I'm all caught up. Yeah.
I haven't watched the last 4 episodes or whatever. I right before I went on the road to come to Sacramento, I'm in Sacramento now, doing Laughs Unlimited, and I watched the episode where they're like getting ready for the wedding, and everyone's still meeting each other's families. And
yeah, that's where the show sags for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't care when they do it on The Bachelor. I don't fucking care about people's families.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't.
No.
I don't want to see your sister. I don't want to see your mom. I don't care. I don't care about your house. I don't care about your friends' weird haircuts. Like I don't. The only one that was fun was when Micah introduced Paul to her friends, and she was wasted, and her friends were wasted, and they were shitty to him.
They were so mean to him.
Yeah.
I can't hear one more family or friend tell the contestants what they deserve. I hate it. I don't care. Even if they did pick wrong, even if the person they picked is a piece of shit, I hate hearing people, like I cringe when I hear people be like, you deserve the best in the world. Like you deserve the greatest man or the best woman. No, they don't. Okay. I'm here to tell you right now, they don't deserve shit, especially the best in the world. They don't deserve the best. That's hard to find. And they're not on Love Is Blind. Okay. The best.
Yeah.
Go on Love Is Blind.
I've made a career out of telling people that they deserve the very best.
Yeah.
I've made a mint out of telling people you deserve nothing but the best, and don't stutter.
Yeah.
Don't,
Right.
right? That's
Right.
what we tell people. You
Yes.
deserve something good. You deserve to be in a loving, like you guys are both now in nice, seemingly loving relationships with, that are good,
Yeah.
that are good. Yeah. But the word deserve, nobody deserves anything.
They
Like,
don't
you're
know.
lucky if you get something good, and you should be
Yes.
grateful. I don't deserve,
Absolutely.
I,
Yes.
I absolutely don't deserve my wife or my kids. I don't deserve them.
Yes.
I
Of
am,
course.
I have gratitude that they will
Yeah.
allow me to be in their lives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they're not something I'm owed, and they're not
Nope.
something I deserve. And
Exactly.
when I start thinking I deserve things, like where I should be in my career or what things I should own, that's when I get into trouble.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's where people like Marshall and what's her name, the girl with the curly hair, like the skinny one that's always crying and doesn't want to have sex with him, and Marshall's got like those big old blue eyes, and he's got like Will Smith energy, you know. Like that girl is wanting to poison everything, and also thinks she deserves better than Marshall. Like, she can feel it when she sees Marshall. She thinks she deserves better than him, but she picked him because she was getting shit. She was getting nothing but toxic horse shit. So she picked what seems like a nice guy. And then, of course, can't get turned on by this nice guy. He's
Yeah,
too nice, and I
yeah,
deserve better. And it's like, he's better. He's better, and you don't want it. You don't deserve anything.
yeah. No, and she wanted some, like, in the bedroom, she wanted some toxic
Yeah.
masculinity.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to be thrown around, and he's like, that just isn't how I do it.
Right. Which, yeah, then that's just one of the concepts of Love is Blind that's so silly to me, is like the next step is the physical attraction.
The thing
Everybody
about it
wants
is,
to fuck.
when you watch, and then we got to get to our question, but when you watch the first time, is it Zach?
Yeah,
And
Zach.
Zach, and what was the girl he was with at first?
Irina.
Irina. She can't not hate the way he looks. And it almost makes her fall down. She's stunned by how unattracted she is to him.
Crazy.
And he is sensing it and
Yeah.
panicking.
Yes.
And it's the most uncomfortable few minutes of television I've seen in a long time.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And the guy, he's one of those weird guys. It's like the Two-Face in Seinfeld. One angle, he looks like a really handsome guy. The next angle, he looks crazy.
He does look so crazy, and he does crazy things. For me, he's this season's Damien, because he doesn't like, it's the way he talks. It's not what he says. It's just like the cadence in which he speaks and how he's trying so badly to force something between him and Irina. Like, she's just so not into him. Nothing about him excites her, or she wants anything to do with him. And every time he tries to touch her, she recoils. It's disgusting to her if this guy touches her. And he's not a terrible looking guy, but Pat, because I know you haven't watched this, right? Okay, so dude, she won't touch him. So he's trying to create some intimacy in the bedroom without having to touch her. And his idea is to blow her the most unconfident kisses you've ever seen blown at a person.
Oh, yeah.
They're terrible. He looks at her, he kind of blinks slowly, and then he goes and blows out. I hated doing it.
It's that and his song,
Oh, yeah.
which so apparently everybody was on him because he plagiarized the song. He didn't make it up.
Yeah.
And they were like, you plagiarized the song, you're a phony, whatever. And
Yeah.
then because Love is Blind is not The Bachelor, they released the footage of him saying to her, this is somebody else's song and I changed the words. So he actually says that on the show. They just cut it out. So he gets a win.
Dude.
But anyway, we should get to our question.
Okay, there's so much more. I just want to talk about Zach. We have a question. This one from I don't know if she wants to be anonymous. She doesn't say. So we'll say Monica. All right. This one comes from Monica. She says, "Hey y'all, I need help. So here's the backstory. I am 37. I've been divorced twice. I had left a very abusive marriage in 2016, and I moved back in with my parents with my 3 kids. I was struggling and couldn't help with the bills as much as I should have, but my mom was doing well, so she paid all the bills while I got back on my feet. In 2019, we moved into a 6-bedroom house where I paid the bills and the rent, except the gas and water, which my mom was paying. My brother also lives here, who is 33, and he only pays the cable bill, and he buys some old dude in Florida food every single day, which is another weird story. He's gross, and I have a bathroom in my house that no one else but him can use because it's disgusting and has literal shit on the walls and floor. He plays video games all day and works Uber Eats 3 days a week. My husband, who also helps pay rent, lives in Cali Tuesday through Friday, and his son, my 18-year-old stepson, lives with me too since 2020. Now, my husband is getting tired of driving back and forth, and we are looking for a house in California. I'm getting tired of having my brother and my mom constantly around, and my mom is literally always up my ass. Does your mother call you 6 to 10 times a day? Because mine does. I've told this to my mom, and she tells me that I am ungrateful and tries to guilt me into having her move with me to California, even though she's perfectly capable of taking care of herself here and should just live with my brother, because why should I be responsible for her as well? I have my own kids to think of.
Run.
Okay.
Run.
Oh, run?
Run now.
Yeah.
Stop whatever you're doing. Are you listening to us? Pack your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Run.
Yeah.
Go to California, get a house, dump everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
It's not going to get better.
Nope.
Those people aren't going to change, and they're literally eating you.
Oh, that's a great way to put it.
They're like just gnawing away at your life.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I don't use Uber Eats, but it bums me out to know that possibly my driver lives in a bathroom where his shit is on the walls.
Yeah, I know.
And he's going to bring me my food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I never made any choices in my life based on where my family was or what my family thought of me. So, and I have a good relationship with most of them. So, I don't really see I mean, I know I've had my dad used to guilt trip me all the time. And so I understand like the hook that can happen with parents with that. But ultimately you are your own person. You're not shackled by this woman. She can't, unless she's physically holding you down. You have no reason not to get out and move to California as soon as possible. I would. And that's what I did. I did it twice. I moved to California twice. There's no reason to ever do something based on other people's feeling that you need to be helping them. You know, if you don't want to help them, if your instinct isn't to help them, but to help yourself, and you feel like you're drowning, then help yourself. If no one's going to throw you a life preserver, then you're going to have to start swimming.
Yeah. Yeah, but you just can't be like, this is like when I would get letters from girls and they'd be like paragraphs long. And I'd be like, get out of it. I don't even need to read this.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too complex. The story's too deep. It's too complex.
Yeah.
The excuses, the why, the ramifications, the what they do, the what you're going to do, the what they might say. It's all too much.
Yeah. Yeah. As complicated as people are, solutions for a relationship are very simple. And that's how they should be very simple. Anytime a solution for your relationship is complicated because there's a bunch of eggshells you got to walk through to get to your solution, then it's not, you're just always going to be, you're going to walk into a room filled with mousetraps and there's very little room for you to maneuver. And you got to have to tiptoe through and not snap any of them. One wrong move and then, you know, the whole house is up. So, if that's what it's like in any of your relationships, then that's just not worth it. It's not worth it. So yeah, I agree with Greg. Get the fuck out and come to California. We had a lot of rain and now we're getting a lot of sun. And so there's a lot of blooming happening. There's more green in California than there's ever been before.
Yeah, it's beautiful out.
It's beautiful here. Come to California. Come on. Get off your thumbs. Get out over here.
We'll be right back.
This is the theme song for What Does This Mean song. The theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life. And memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree. And it says, hang in there, baby, or Monday. Am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
What does this mean? This section is for inspirational quotes that are memes, that aren't memes, but are memes.
I want to hear from a listener about this section of the show. I want to know if this ever helps anybody.
That's a good, yeah.
Just say, yeah, you know, I heard something, or I heard a quote, or here's one I really liked. Let us know.
Yeah. Or does finding memes and hearing us, sending them to us to hear us either make fun of it or praise it, does that help you in any way? Does the act of sending us something to try to make you laugh, is that the inspiration?
Sure.
Huh? Oh, is that part of it? DD Sammy sent one that says, you are what you eat. I don't remember eating anxiety and back problems, but okay.
I mean, that is true.
It's true. It is true. Jared sent one. Once you locked in with yourself, you realize a lot of shit not worth your time and energy at all. That is really poorly worded.
That's barely a thought.
Once you locked in with yourself, you realize a lot of shit.
What does locked in with yourself mean?
Oh, you're locked in. Greg, if I have to explain it to you, then you don't get it.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair.
Dude, hold on. I gotta see. Does this guy 389,000 followers? Is from Jared sent this from that guy, and that's the shit he posts. What the fuck?
What are we doing wrong?
What does that guy do?
Okay. His name is Louis Garcia. He's an entrepreneur, Army vet.
Oh, I love it. I love entrepreneurs.
He's an entrepreneur.
Getting clients,
Yeah.
buying crypto,
He loves crypto.
turning up those numbers, hating the haters.
Dude, he has another one here. Tired of healing? No question mark. That's clearly a question. Tired of healing? I'm gonna start traumatizing y'all back.
Fucking unreal.
Dude, what the
When is
fuck?
his book coming out? What else does he do besides being an entrepreneur?
Okay, he has a link here. He's the founder of Red Wolf Ent.
Yes.
At Red Wolf Ent that has less than 4,000 followers. And it's a culture agency with the blood drop emoji and a wolf emoji. And they worked with Rolls-Royce cars, NBC Universal, and it's a car. This one is a car one. And you could get your track, you can get a car and your track. So if you're a singer-songwriter, you could get your stuff made at redwolf.net. Redwolf.net, amplifying your brand and digital footprint. How the fuck?
Man. I've been trying to amplify my brand, but also my digital footprint.
Yeah.
I'm getting some digital shoes.
Yeah, of course you are.
To put on my digital footprint.
Yeah, man. Do you have
New Balance is making a digital shoe, and I'm gonna
Jesus. I don't understand. My main focus right now is leveling up.
Leveling up. I gotta level up, bro.
Level up. Next months are all gas, no brakes. I just want more.
Fuck yeah, dude. Turn it up.
Hell
Get
yeah.
locked in.
Yeah, dude. This guy masturbates with no lube, man. He's just a dry jerker for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have time to, none of that pussy ass lube or lotion. His dick doesn't need it. It's what his dick deserves.
No, it looks like a fucking stalk of bamboo.
Moving on from that, Smokey Creepin sent one that says, forgiveness does not require reconnection. Read that again.
Forgiveness does not, what is it?
Forgiveness does not require reconnection.
That's good.
It is good. It's weighed down by the read that again portion.
Yeah. Read that again is the worst.
I hate read that again.
I want to have one that says read that again, and underneath it, it says read that again. Like a big read that again, and then a small read that
Read
again.
that again. And then underneath that, read that again, Greg Barrett. There's another one here that's pretty good. May you never become so familiar with pain that you reject anything good that tries to find you.
That's for some pretty damaged people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got another one here. Stop romanticizing breaking your own heart for someone who can't take care of it. Aw. Aw. Yeah, and then all I was gonna read these last two, but boo, they're dumb. They're not funny enough.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I just pushed my picture. You know, I'm in my photos,
Uh-huh.
and I pushed down on my photo,
Yeah.
and now it's being outlined. Like it's doing this. Can you see?
Yeah, you can remove the background automatically just through iPhone. You can have a thing where it just pulls you out of the picture.
No, but look at the thing it's doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Bernard Shaw?
you can outline that.
Why is it
I
quoting?
don't want
Bernard
outlet. Just
Shaw?
leave me alone, phone. Quit giving me
I've never-
suggestions of shit to do with my pictures. I don't want to cut myself out of the fucking picture. Don't slide around when I put my thumb on there. Fuck you, Apple. Stop.
It's to remove the background so that you're the focus.
I am the
Jesus,
focus.
what's wrong with us?
I know.
Okay, here's mine. Two
Okay.
things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything.
Your patience when to do that again?
Two things that define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's the Walter White Heisenberg theory. You know about that? I fucking love it. It's
Yeah.
was Heisenberg inside Walter the whole time, or was it the cancer and the money that turned him into Heisenberg? If you get opportunity, does power, absolute power, corrupt absolutely, or are you going to be a benevolent ruler? Huh? Someone that a kind, nice, wonderful person with power. Are there any? Are there any nice people with power? Who knows?
I think the president's nice.
Biden?
Yeah, I think he's a nice guy.
I think he is a nice guy. I think
he's
that's.
a nice guy. I genuinely believe he's a nice guy. I don't know if he's the best president we've ever had. He's certainly not the worst.
No, he isn't.
But he seems genuinely like, if you were hanging out with him, you'd be like, "You're a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
You're all right."
Hit that kickstand on that bike. Let's get stable, and then take off.
All right. Here's another one. I don't know what I was thinking when I clicked this one. I'm not sure if I like it. Holding on is believing that there's only a past. Letting go is knowing that there's a future.
Oh, I don't. You lost me. On every step.
Holding on to something is believing that there's only a past. So if you hold on to something, you think that there's only a past. Letting go is knowing that there's a future.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that holding on, I don't know what holding on means.
Yeah, it's too vague.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I hold on to like good memories and stuff like that.
No, you're doing it wrong then. You're stuck in the past. Forget about those good memories. Move on. There's a future for other good times. That's what that's saying.
That's sort of like Eckhart. I think Eckhart doesn't spend any time reminiscing.
I like reminiscing. Nostalgia is nice.
Yeah.
Nostalgia is a nice warm blanket. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that doesn't really work.
No, but I don't like it because I like to hold on to stuff, but I try not to hold on to bad things, bad memories and grudges and, feelings of revenge. I don't want to hold on to those. Those I let go, move on to the future. I used to, and that was a really toxic time. But I like holding on to like nice things. Yeah, that quote's stupid. Segment 3 energy. I got my segment 3 coffee. I'm ready to go. Greg, I've been posting clips of the show on our social media, my social media, on Instagram, TikTok. They're everywhere. You want to know about the show outside of this and you want to see our faces, bang. If you found the show through social media and you're listening now, and you're one of the people who have been commenting on some of our clips, God bless you, because it's pretty weird out there. I'm going to start off with a nice one, Greg. Do you remember when we talked about how squirrels were made?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just said that squirrels just happen. Squirrels don't fuck, and they just appear. And then you talked about seeing a dead squirrel and then a live squirrel go and see that squirrel. And we thought that was his friend going to pickpocket him and take his nuts. Well, somebody commented and said, just so you guys know, squirrels mate for life and mourn the ones they lose close to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what I was seeing was a squirrel in mourning.
Yeah.
Or maybe, as the Jews say, he was sitting Shiva.
Yeah.
The Jewish squirrel was sitting Shiva on the
He was
highway.
sitting Shiva, yeah.
I love it. All right. Do you remember when I came with that Lady Gaga quote? And the quote was,
I'm privileged.
yeah. The quote she said was, never follow your dreams. Don't live by a man, because your dreams will never wake up one day and call you to tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. And we said that not only was she wrong, but she was stupid. Okay. So we have a bunch of people who didn't like us saying that, who are huge Lady Gaga fans.
Awesome.
And they don't like us, Greg. And I tried to talk about it on the bonus episode, but I thought we would do it here because maybe try and help people understand. But one woman was like, a bunch of gross dudes shitting on awesome women. Great. Her saying that was actually referring to before she was famous. Her boyfriend was nasty and would put her and her dreams down, but she didn't give up. You can work hard for whatever career you have or want. You don't have to be a superstar. The point is, don't follow assholes who want to drag you down, which we're all for. Where one person says, well, she got to where she is on that mindset and you nasty old men didn't. So who's right?
We are nasty old men.
And then one woman just goes, a bunch of men speaking on Gaga. Boo.
I just want to know how they found us. Like how we would end up in their feed, unless their feed is like just anything Gaga.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. So they took the stance because we were talking about a woman that obviously we hate women and that they're all dumb and they say dumb things, even the superstars, right? Which is not the case. We were just saying this one thing was silly. But then on Instagram, it's on the opposite side of the aisle. Now we're dealing with guys who agree with us and our viewpoint, also taking out of context that we hate women. One guy just goes preach, which is like, all right. And then one guy goes, ew, toxic femininity.
Oh boy.
We
really like, it's funny. This stuff the amount of material that we've done, like how much we've, I don't remember any of it. I don't remember any conversation we've ever had.
Yeah.
It just comes in and I say something and then I forget all about it. I forgot all about the squirrel. If you hadn't mentioned the squirrels, I'd have never thought about them again.
Right, exactly.
And but you can crystallize that moment in amber and be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
Right? First off, I love Gaga.
Yeah, Gaga is great. I love her and stuff. She's a good actor.
Yeah, we just didn't love the quote. I think we have to be able to, male or female, or whatever, we should be able to say, I don't like what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And not have it be a reflection of how we feel about women. Or, oh shit, my computer's going to die pretty soon. Okay.
If your dream is to be an artist, the most likely outcome is that your career will tell you you're an incel cuck and never love you at all, and then blow all the people you hate who have no talent. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
So that's just a little taste of how we affect people. But we have one from a listener that just says, I'm a little behind on your pod. This is from Amanda Cooper. I'm a little behind on your podcast, but the episode of Little Squirt Squirt had me dying while driving. Pretty sure people thought I was crazy. Thanks for the pee laughs.
Oh, wow. All right.
So we either make people feel good and bad accidentally. And this is our first taste of people taking what we say out of context, which is kind of funny. I couldn't stop laughing at all the Gaga fans thinking that we're just a bunch of men who hate women. It's like, yeah, no, wrong show. Wrong show. Just download the show and listen to one episode.
Yeah.
All right, Reddit remix. Reddit remix. My roommate's boyfriend will not go home. I don't know how long this will be, so please bear with me. My roommate and I got sick around the end of February, and she told me that her boyfriend was coming over to take care of her while she was sick. However, it is now the beginning of April, and he is still here. She has been making excuses for him, such as not wanting to travel during the school week. He stayed with her through spring break so she wouldn't be alone. His family was out of town, etc., etc. He also has been an incredibly rude house guest. I love it. I love it. He has eaten my food. Left all of my dishes dirty in the sink for days on end and uses said dishes to ash in despite having multiple ashtrays around the house. I don't like this house. First of all, this house, this is disgusting. Ashtrays? Smoke outside.
You know what, the other day I was wondering, do they make ashtrays anymore?
Yeah, right?
Like you never see them for sale anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Like at Target but people still smoke.
Yeah, people smoke all the time. Yeah. Smoke outside. That's so fucking gross. Okay.
Yeah,
I used to smoke and I would smoke. I never smoked in my house. Never once. That's so disgusting. So I hate all of you now. Like, whereas before I was on your side. But also I do kind of feel like, too, you're messy. So like, it's just a messy house where it's just a bunch of messy 20-year-olds just being fucking gross. Nobody has the sense in their head to clean their dishes. If you're smoking inside your house, you're disgusting. And if people who listen to the show tell me, well, I smoke in my house and I clean, it's not clean because you're smoking in your house. Okay. It's inherently just unclean.
Nobody's accountable.
Of course.
Nobody's being accountable.
Consequently, while I was visiting home for spring break, I found the both of them going through my closet, and I only found out because I had set up a camera in my room. I don't feel like I can trust my roommate anymore, as I feel like she has been taking advantage of me in this entire situation. Um, Her boyfriend has no job and has been looking since September. I cannot afford to pay for another person on the utilities. What do I do?
I say all three of you hang yourselves.
Oh my god!
Is that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I said that out loud.
This
That was
thing is
terrible. Don't
this thing is
don't play that. Don't cut that out as a clip.
Okay. This whole thing was misleading because it sounded like it was just the boyfriend that won't. But your roommate's going through your stuff. You don't like your. I mean, it's hard to gather a bunch of money together to go find your own place, but that's what I would be doing right now. Locks on the doors. I'd lock my doors. I'd lock up my closet. I'd tell them, yo, you got to start fucking pulling your weight. And if they don't, then you got to move. I mean, you should be planning on moving out. Plan on moving
Take
out.
the plates. Take the plates that aren't yours and put them in her bed.
Yeah. That's good too.
Take all the stuff that's dirty, put it in her room.
Mm-hmm.
You shove everything into her room.
Yeah.
The ashtrays,
all of it.
The plates with the ashes on them.
Oh God.
So gross.
Disgusting. I hate them all. I hate even the girl that wrote in because it's like
I don't know how after people have lived in an apartment like that, how they don't just burn the apartment down afterwards.
Yeah.
But they just clean it and rent it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's just got all that bad mojo in it.
Yeah. I used to clean up those apartments. I used to do maintenance for apartments, and the smoking apartments are the worst. Because like you could even like people who would smoke in for years and then they'd like die or move out or whatever.
They smell like somebody died jerking off.
Yeah, that's an incredibly descriptive way to put it, and it's accurate. It's dead on. It's fucking so gross, dude. And like painting the walls, like you go to paint them, and then the paint from the cigarette smoke from behind the walls bleeds into the wet paint. So it's just like you're not doing anything. You essentially have to like tear down the whole wall because like all of the fucking smoke is just like seeped into the wall. It's nothing grosser. That's another thing that keeps me from smoking is seeing like if this is what it's doing to the walls. My fucking lungs. But I hate all of you, and I want you all to make way better decisions. And I know that I know that you're 19, 20 or whatever, but when I was 19, 20 years old, I was never this dirty. And I took that all the way into my 30s. I'm not a dirty person. I
was too drunk to notice. Like I never thought about. For years, I didn't think about anything. Like nobody ever pointed out maybe I should wash my sheets or.
Oh, really?
I was just a rager.
Yeah.
But I was pretty clean. I was pretty tidy. I've always been pretty tidy.
Yeah. I mean, like I would go crazy and like, drink and whatever. And throw huge house parties or whatever and get hammered drunk, and my house would be a wreck the next day. But then the next day was cleaning day and I would clean everything. I've always been like that. So when things are gross or I hear about the way people live in their 20s, and I don't want to hear the excuse, well, they're 20. No, you're gross. You're fucking gross. Stop being gross. All right. I don't care how old you are. Stop being gross. You're not a baby. You're a pretend adult. Fucking pretend to be an adult. Anyway,
Yeah.
what do you guys think? Would you like to? Are you taking bullshit from fuckers? Are you having issues with anybody in your life, family, relationships, dating? What is it that you're struggling with? Email us. Send us a letter. dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. We'll read it on the show and answer. We would love to hear from you. You can also support the show by going to patreon.com/dtbffpodcast. You can watch some of the bonus episodes and full uncut video versions of this show here on the Patreon. And you can also follow the show at DTBFF Podcast on Instagram. You can follow me at Kane Holloway.
I'm Mitch Gregors.
I'm at DTBFF Producer Pat.
You can also call in the show. What's that number, Pat?
That number's 323-379-5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Fuck them.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.
Finally got the recognition you deserve. I love to hear about myself. I like the idea of me better than the real me. I don't care about families. Nobody deserves anything. Read that. Well, and also, Kane, I think you should put as a post on our Instagram, read that again, read that again, Greg Barron.
I will.
We got to do it.
I will do that for sure.
I'm going to make one of those today, too.
Please do. Please do. It's hilarious. I'm getting some digital shoes. Nostalgia is a nice warm blanket. A squirrel in mourning. Nasty old men. Let's see. I don't remember any conversations we've ever had. Or stop being gross.
What about a squirrel sitting Shiva?
Squirrel sitting Shiva. We might attract a new audience with that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Nice.
Done. All right, let me end the recording here.